Hey Kev, it's time to record a new Smodcast.
Fuck off. I'm listening to one of the other great shows on the Smodcast Podcast Network. Scott?
There's so many to choose from.
You damn Skippy, there's so many to choose from. I'm on 5 every week myself, man. Hollywood Babylon on Monday, Smodcast with you on Tuesday, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old on Wednesday with Jay Muse, Fat Man on Batman every Thursday, and then I wrap up the week with Edumacation with Andy McElfresh.
There's so many to choose from.
Hell yeah, son, and those aren't the only podcasts. Those are just the ones I'm involved with. What about the podcasts of Smodco that don't feature me, man? Like Tell 'em Steve Dave, Last Week on Earth with Ben Glebe, I Sell Comics with Ming and Mike.
There's so many to choose from.
Hey, man, there's also Film School Fridays or Netheads or Get Up on This, Team Jack.
There's so many to choose from.
The Breaks, man, Waking from the American Dream, Bagged and Boarded, Phoebe, Soundbite Nation. These are all the shows you could be listening to over at smodcast.com, Scott.
There's so many to choose from.
And if audio's not enough for you, man, if you're just like, no, I want the thick dick of video as well, man, well, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is C-Smod, or you can watch Comic Book Men, our show on AMC, following The Walking Dead and The Talking Dead every Sunday night.
There's so many to choose from.
That's right, Scott. There are so many to choose from. So get choosing, kids. Go to smodcast.com. Start getting picky, man. Stick these sweet, sweet oral sounds into your ear pussies.
There's so many to choose from.
You said that already.
There's so many to choose from.
This episode of Tell 'em Steve Dave is brought to you by Cards Against Humanity, a party game for horrible people, and now the best-selling, best-reviewed, and most wished-for game on Amazon.com. You can learn more or download the whole game for free at cardsagainsthumanity.com. So maybe you've got a great idea for a business and want to start selling your products or services online. Maybe you're an established business owner looking for some new customers. Or maybe you're interested in starting a personal website. No matter who you are, GoDaddy wants to help you kick ass online. Right now, GoDaddy is offering .com domains for $1.99. It's go time. Start your website today. Visit GoDaddy.com and enter promo code TESD to get your $1.99.com. Some limitations apply. See website for details.
Legalize marijuana, man. We need fucking ropes and clothing. Bullshit. You just want to fucking smoke pot. For some reason, we offered the book either signed by all 4 comic book men,
right,
or signed just by myself and Brian.
Well, I can give you one reason.
But we won't.
Yeah. If they want, will Mike and Ming sign that?
Oh shit, Ming's already signed it. Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave with me, Bri. Walt is here. And Walt, if you look to your left, we have a very special guest with us today. From the What Say You pod, Brian Quinn.
This is bullshit. I don't deserve this abuse.
What happened, Q?
What do you mean? I did fucking 5 hours with you guys last week. What are you talking about? Nothing happened. And the week before, you canceled on me.
Yeah, Walt told us that we left a rock star in the lurch.
Yeah. I was on my way down when everything got canceled, so I don't want to hear this shit.
2 weeks later, you're here, and you're better than ever. You look
I'm
well
back.
rested.
I want to know where your allegiance stands, though.
Yeah?
Pod Wars 2014.
Okay.
What team will you be on?
Tell him
What say
Steve
you,
Dave.
Pod?
Not
What
even
say
a
you?
question. Tell him Steve Dave.
You should say, well, but I'd love to get Sal on, though, for the ratings bump.
Well, can't I do it what Ming did last time? And split?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, declare your lack of allegiance to Tell 'em Steve Dave right now. So you can get the bump.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
How do you like it? How's that going for you?
What say you, Pod?
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been 7 episodes, but
It's good.
yeah, it's fun. I like it. I like doing it. I like podcasting, so it's good to do.
Is there a point though when you're like, I'm maybe spreading myself too thin?
A little too Ming Chen.
Yeah, you hit Ming numbers.
I don't think so. I mean, the purpose of doing it, I mean, I'm with Sal every fucking day of my life, so it's really more of a distraction from the other things that we have to do than anything else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you so at this point you haven't found yourself like scraping the barrel? Are we not recording?
No, we're recording this. The backup suddenly it says
Oh.
fucking it's full. But
I told Declan when he said this is idiot proof. I was like, they ain't met us idiots
yeah,
down here in Red Banks.
Declan's a fucking bigger idiot to think that we'd be able to handle it. That's strange because I formatted the card and everything. All right, we can still talk.
All right.
While I'm doing this, don't worry about it.
Not spread too thin.
You're not scraping the bottom of the barrel yet for topics and
No, I am very close to Sal, and I find it refreshing to do something with him that isn't. I mean, the problem is like it's not a problem. It's the strength of Impractical Jokers and my career is that I'm part of a team, but everything has to be run through the filter of 4.
And how did the other two take it when you're like, we're going to do this pod on our own?
They were fine. I mean, the reason we did it is because I wanted to do more podcasting, and I wanted to do it from home. I really, it's amazing how I don't mind the drive down here.
Yeah, I would be. I've driven that one time, and I was like,
yeah,
forget this.
But it has never bothered me. Like I don't mind it. I love doing this show, and I love hanging out with you guys once a week. It's a haven of sanity for me, really. But I wanted to
what I've been through the last couple of weeks. I would never be able to say that this place is a haven for anybody's sanity.
Well, I get here after the store's closed and the drama has the dust.
The drama goes on. He has all new
this.
issues.
You can't even imagine, Q.
Right.
The amount and this place has always been drama free.
Yeah.
Until recently, man, it's like I don't know where, man. The drama queens just like came out in droves, and
it makes the high school at 90210 like boring as fuck.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Like what's that? What was that? Fucking Dylan and Brenda and
I can't believe you even remember that.
they ain't got nothing on Mike and Ming.
Yeah. Well, I don't really dabble in that, you know.
Is there like no? I don't like it though.
Yeah.
I was at my wit's end with the drama recently.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you. Is there drama in the Impractical Joker world?
Oh God.
Is there? Yeah. How do you deal with it?
It's not drama. It's flare-ups. There's like we're together basically 7 days a week, 6 days a week minimum.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be around people that long and not. But with that caveat being said, it's amazing how well we get along. There's really very, very little. We like, for instance, this weekend I had Murray had gotten annoyed at me for something, and the next night we just went out to dinner and a movie and we didn't even talk about it. Like it's just you just flush it under the rug and you let it go. It's like, dudes, that's how men should be. You know what I mean? I'm annoyed. Fuck it. I'll get over it in a day or two, and then you move on. That's the way it is.
Girls don't do that?
I find that women don't do that now.
No.
Women hold on, and I think it's different. It's a different thing. I don't want to hear any fucking sexist nonsense from this fucking audience, please. Just let it fly. It's been a long day for me. So,
Happy International Men's Day, by the way, Q.
Hey, is that what it is?
That's today, yeah.
I thought every day was Men's Day.
You would think so.
So when we started, I wanted to do something from home. That's why I started the Tenderloins podcast. But the drama soon started with that. Who wants to be there when we do it? Where are we doing it? What day are we doing it? I don't want you to do it unless I'm there. All that shit. So from the ashes of the Tenderloins podcast, I was like, well, fuck it. I want to do one once a week. I want to do it in my house. Sal lives nearby. Sal and I are just going to do it. That's that. So there you go.
That's good. Yeah, that's not the drama we have here. I can't really get into it, but from what that sounds like, it does sound like that's not really drama.
That's heavenly compared to what you have going on.
No, it's fine. We work really well together, and it's great. Why is it Mike and Ming or is it,
No, it's really not Mike.
Okay.
It's a whole.
it's what I know. The story that I know.
I don't even know what stories you do know. The stories are ever evolving, ever changing. It's
But
like
the situation I know.
this. It's maybe I don't even know what you know at this point. It's not, like I don't even, like if the story you knew was from a week ago,
Yeah.
you fucking missed out on a lot on the
Really?
last
He's
week's
so
soap opera.
behind. Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I can't. Can we shut the mics off and I can hear? Now I'm invested.
No.
You do have a little bit of drama that you can. It's not really even drama, but
What do you mean?
something you need to discuss again about Cryptozoic Man. There's been an outcry recently.
Really?
You would not believe this. The amount of fires I've had to put out involving something. Again,
You
it's
think
our
you
fault.
were a fireman? Bullshit.
I should be wearing one like a long coat.
asbestos suit?
Yeah.
Asbestos suit?
For whatever reason, I never agreed with it. I wish we had never done it from the beginning. But for some reason, we offered the book either signed by all four comic book men
Right.
or signed just by myself and Brian.
That's right.
Well, I can give you one reason.
But we won't.
That's right. I remember. And
Well-
you specifically said that I'm not signing any of them.
Right, because I didn't want to have to include you or have to hunt you down or make you do work that you didn't need to do.
Right.
Like, why would I ask that of you? You know?
Like
What?
with the bonus pods.
Well, I think the bonus pods you're going to have fun with.
Yeah.
But is there ever any fun in signing fucking a pile of shit in front of you?
I mean, it's not a chore. I mean, it's not miserable, but it's not fun.
It's like if I could keep you away from that, and if I'm going to ask you to do anything,
Right.
it's going to be the bonus pods,
And
the
I
most
love doing
important
them.
thing.
And they came out great.
They did.
Right.
Really proud of both of them so far. The jury's still out on the Mike and Ming one. Haven't heard a sound from it yet,
Are you
but.
starting to get worried?
People are asking.
I'm starting to get worried. But, Olivia, before I get into this, when do I get into this? Listen to this. I'm not involved in a lot of conversations in the store, but I overhear a lot of stuff. I hear
Lurker.
Mike Ming comes in from the back door, and I hear Mike usher him up to the front, and he goes, I hear them talking, and he goes, ISawComics.com is up for sale. Mike goes to Ming. And my first thought is, I can't believe this fucker didn't snag that.
Right.
Right.
But apparently Ming did not get ISawComics.com. Somebody else has it.
Oh my lord. Do you know the asking price?
I
or
do know the asking price.
Is that part of this story?
That is part of the story.
Okay, I'll wait.
Are there second mortgages going on?
No, that's the whole thing. So Mike, I think Mike really wants it though. Mike wants the I Saw Comics domain.
Of course.
Yeah.
What's that mean? Of course.
Because it's your podcast. Why wouldn't you want the?
Well, what are they? I mean, again,
Where else are they
my,
going to sell those keychains?
but my rationale was always like, well, what did we really do with it?
But they're not us.
We took it from get 'em. Right, they'll do something with it.
Okay, so Mike has found out that for whatever, I don't know how he found out, but the I Saw Comics domain is up for sale.
Okay.
Ming goes, how much? And Mike goes, 1,000.
Okay.
And Ming, without even a moment's hesitation, goes, fuck that.
Wow.
He didn't want it.
That's shocking.
That is shocking.
And I said, you guys don't want it? And he goes, no, I don't want it. And I said, how on earth did you not register that? And he maintains that was a registered domain name even before I came up with that song.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how he could know that.
Sure.
I think he's covering his ass because he doesn't want to hear about it.
Yeah,
Yet
really.
Another domain name slipped through his fucking stupid
Those tiny
fingers.
little hands.
How could he have not registered that though?
Right.
I mean, unless if he's telling the truth that it was a domain name registered long before I came up with that song, but the very fact he had no interest in it, and Mike I definitely was like, kind of like, well, I don't understand this. How
Right.
come you don't want it? And Ming never elaborated though. Like he doesn't care about it. He doesn't want it.
Wow.
So here's the question: do we now buy it and then direct it to the most hardcore farmyard fucking porno site?
Wow. I mean, I think we should definitely buy it.
For $1,000? I think
Well,
that
we're
I
not
think
going to buy it. We'll ask the listeners to send them money.
no. I on one side I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't pay $1,000 for it either. But on the other side, I mean, it's only $500 each though.
Well, we paid $700 for
Yeah, we
Tell-
paid pretty
for Tell,
close.
Steve Dave.
Yeah, but we had an income, somewhat of a stream of income coming in. That it wasn't like we had to go. We were selling some stuff on Bandcamp.
Yeah, but all they have to do is do one live show like in Manhattan.
And they'll have 10% of the money.
No, there are plenty of 50 seat theaters in Manhattan.
Right.
They're everywhere.
Okay.
They can get 50 people in there. No?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. I was at a loss as why they didn't want it. But anyway, back to my original thing.
Okay.
Of how I'm a fireman.
Yeah.
Well, we offered the book signed by everybody, and then for some reason we offered it signed by myself and Brian.
I think it was the multiple requests by listeners.
The fiasco pod was born out of the mail order fiasco that happened, after the book was released. And I went above everyone's head, and I told the shipping department, because we weren't able to get, for whatever reason,
Yes.
no, there was everybody. It was all hands on deck, man.
Okay.
It was all hands on deck at a certain point where everybody, basically Red Bank stopped, and I had people in here, the stockbrokers, people who worked in the Surf Taco Girls, stuffing Cryptozoic Man envelopes.
Okay.
Sounds like an Irish gay cinema. Fucking all hands on deck. Let me get my paper bag, boys.
And I made the decision where people were going like, well, we couldn't figure out, we weren't printing out the right orders but we weren't getting those specific notes about who wanted what. So I made the decision of like, well, no one's really going to care if they get all 4 signatures. And I said, send them all 4 signatures, because in one aspect I had no choice, because Ming went and signed every fucking comic. He signed every issue, so I had no choice but to send all 4 signatures.
Okay. Well, he's on the cover, right?
His face is on the cover.
Right.
Okay, so take that. His face on the cover. I figured there won't be anybody upset, and people may be like, "Oh, that's weird. I thought I ordered just Brian Walt, but hey, look, there's Ming's face right there.
Right.
Who cares if I got his signature?"
Turns out.
I see you have a piece of loose
I
leaf
have a
there.
letter in here of somebody who went out and bought another copy and said, yeah, I'm sending this copy to you because Mike and Ming defiled the copy you sent me. I consider it defaced. And I prefer for you to send me a copy with just you and Bryce's signature. Now, if that was just one, I got at least 15 emails, some so hostile.
Oh my God! Really?
So hostile. It's like, I fucking ordered just Brian Walt and I got fucking Ming's signature on
I love how they don't realize they're yelling at you. Like,
Well, they don't know.
Right.
Because I'm getting forwarded all these emails.
Right.
And I made the statement to the shipping department that I was like, I will personally handle every complaint about this 4 signature fiasco. 4 signature fiasco, and it sounds like a new song.
Oh, let's do that. Maybe let's start a fucking new podcast.
let's grab the domain.
So anyway, so I had to go in and be like, I understand you're upset. You order a certain item, and but I thought I really didn't take into consideration that you'd be upset. I mean, the man's face is on the comic.
Right.
I go, how could you be upset with his signature on there? And through some hardcore negotiations, every single person who complained decided to keep the issue and just let it rest.
Wow.
And, I didn't have to take back any Ming signatures, which in itself is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that a statement or what? I mean,
Well, the anger that accompanies it. Yeah, that's the
I
statement.
mean, I'm not kidding. Some people were very polite, but other people were downright hostile.
Yeah.
And like capital letters, exclamation
Wow,
points.
I wish you
I
printed
did not
them out.
want Ming's signature on this book.
So what do you think it is? It's just people.
I don't know. I had no idea.
The face.
I have no idea what it is. I mean, the man is a gigantic part of Comic Book Men. The book was spawned out of Comic Book Men.
Right.
In the upper logo is all the 4 Comic Book Men. Why you'd be upset that Ming?
He's like, well, that's bad enough. With the asshole's pictures on my comic.
I really went with. There's absolutely no way I would have ever dreamt that I'd be having to answer emails and trying to put people at ease and try to placate customers because of Ming's signature.
Was it? Does the vile hatred? Does it just seem directed at Ming, or is Mike involved as well?
I don't think we need to get into that.
Take another look at that loose leaf paper.
And I know you just read that, so you knew you were asking that question, asshole. You fucking trying to start a drama again.
What? This is where I come for drama now.
Has it gotten so bad that Ming is just now signing random comics on the shelves?
No, and you know what? And Ming, I asked Ming to just sign. So it's not his fault that he signed all the copies. It really isn't. Again, I made a call. It was a bad judgment call on my part. I accept that, and I had to go back and I had to send some lengthy emails
Yeah.
to get people to understand, like, to not.
They're stuck with it.
Wow. A lot of drama.
Fiasco Pod didn't even make it on there.
That part of the fiasco. I mean, I'm telling you, if we were to list all the fiascos involved with this promotion, we wouldn't have had any time for any games on the Fiasco Pod or any fun. It just would have been me just fucking complaining and second guessing and regretting ever allowing certain people to be involved in it.
Yeah.
But that's behind us, and the Fiasco Pod will be dropping any day now.
Any day now.
Yep.
Wow.
In your inbox if you ordered the Cryptozoic Man. If you haven't ordered it, you're gonna miss out on a good one. And I got like maybe 50 sets left. If you want to call the store and get one, Q.
They should. Christmas is right around the corner
It
too.
would be a nice Christmas present.
But speaking of Christmas, isn't next week?
Thanksgiving.
Isn't that when the Christmas pod?
Is it Thanksgiving next week already?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
No, not that. Wait.
Sure.
Yeah, a week from today, right?
Yeah.
Today's
Or
Friday,
a week
Thursday.
from this Thursday. I
Yes.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean that
Yeah,
the
so the
Christmas
midnight-
pod drops, right?
Yeah, after your what's that called? What's that in that drug that's in Turkey?
Tryptophan.
After your tryptophan is worn off.
Yes.
Rub your eyes. Run over to your computer. Go to bandcamp.com.
Right.
Type in "Tell 'em Steve Dave Christmas 20." What year is this? 13.
2013.
And it's going to be up there for sale at midnight.
I can't.
It'll be 2013, and I assume we're going to package up 2011, 2012, and 2013 for those who.
I've missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't been
bundle.
along for the entire time.
They're amongst our best work. The Christmas pods.
Oh yeah. And this one won't be. This one, and we haven't leaked, and no one is. And I have signed everybody to strict confidentiality.
Right.
Everybody who knows, we have this super surprise guest on the Christmas episode this year that people are
Yes.
going to be like, "I've waited for this.
Yes.
I cannot believe it's taken this long to get back to the table
Right.
for this person to come back
Right.
and pod with us, and for a special Christmas episode, it really puts the icing on the fucking gingerbread man." Right? I mean, it's been a while since he has been here, a long time, and it was really fun to have him back at the
And
table.
also the creation of several new Tell 'em Steve Dave characters that I think are going to be around for a while.
I think so. Oh, yeah.
As referenced as the time phone.
Oh yeah,
These characters will
It's
be.
going to be chock full of stuff that is indispensable if you're a Tell 'em Steve Dave
Right.
fan, and it's just a. I mean, how much is the average Christmas? How much do you think the average person spends on someone in their office? Let's say you have a Secret Santa at the office.
$20?
$20?
No?
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Probably around 20.
Yeah.
Really? When's the last time you worked in a fucking office?
Let's see. By work, do you mean?
What have you ever?
I mean, I've been involved in a Secret Santa before.
What year are you going back to? 1990s?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And so you think that it's $20 now?
Oh, you think more? Less?
I think it's less. I think Q's working in a true TV studio. I think
Okay.
I think it's a little bit higher.
No, when I worked in offices, I think it was like $15-20 was the.
I meant $20 of canned goods where I work. I don't know what they're doing over there.
I mean,
Practical Jokers.
For a fraction of what you're going to pay for some stupid idiot that you don't even want to give a present this year in your office pool.
Right.
I mean, you can get something you really want on the Bandcamp. Let's listen to a clip of it, Q.
All right.
All right, so this is Brian Johnson radio play. Take one. I will read my lines just so you can follow along.
Okay, Brian, you're a sick and twisted individual, just so you know. I know you're listening to this, you sack.
Yeah, so I'm going to start here with the hey, I heard the first 100 people.
And seriously, the fact that Brian wrote these words.
He wrote it with vigor.
That's the thing that scares the piss out of me the most.
Yeah.
Is that he actually thinks this stuff up.
Oh,
This is something that that this went through his head years before he got to write it down.
Yeah.
So,
right.
without further ado,
Declan. That was just for you, Declan.
yeah, it was for you, Declan. Actually, if you want to pass it on to Brian and tell him I think he's a twisted piece of
He is.
whatever I slept on
Yeah.
in
All
this
right,
next thing.
So here we go.
All right.
Hey, I heard the first 100 people. Hey, I heard the.
What happened? What happened to the Ming I used to know? The
Hang on,
one take Ming.
Wait, it's not in my eye line here. All right. Hey, all right.
Oh, my God.
I mean, we should have charged $20 for that, but we didn't.
But we didn't. What are we charging, Q? I don't even know.
What did we charge last year?
I think it's $4.99.
I mean, I don't want to seem greedy, so
You better keep. If you don't want to seem greedy, then
Yeah, then keep it at
$4.99.
that's what I was about to say. So let's not raise it. Let's just keep it. And then there's a package, right, as well.
There is, yeah. I'm not sure what we'll call that. Maybe, let's see. It would be 15. So what do you call that? Like $12.99? $2 off?
$9.99.
So you buy two, you get one free.
Yeah. It's Christmas. Don't we want to
Christmas
Go-Go?
spirit.
What's that called? Gobo? What's that called now? Go-Yo?
YOLO?
YOLO?
No,
Yoho?
no, BOGO.
What's that?
What's BOGO?
Buy one, get one free.
Oh, there you go. BOGO. Yeah. Why not?
Well, you got to buy two. So
Buy two, get one free. Yeah, let's not fucking bang them over the head. Times are hard.
Okay.
It's gonna be quite. You people who order Cryptozoic Man are gonna get their Fiasco pod, and then you're gonna sit down right after it's done with the Fiasco. You probably just cleared your bowels from the Fiasco, and now you're ready to fucking devour down on our Christmas one.
And I've heard from Declan that the Fiasco is shaping up quite nicely.
Yeah, he texts me once again, 3 a.m. This the guy doesn't sleep. I mean, it's fucked up how this
Yeah.
guy doesn't sleep. But I have right here. Speaking of the DNA tests that are going to figure out if Declan and I are related. I
You
can't
have to
wait.
send that to Ireland now.
Yeah, I gotta send this one to Ireland.
And you said you have to fill up an entire cup with spit?
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. Look at this shit. I thought you had to like cotton swab your mouth. The
Yeah, that's what I
instructions
would've
say.
Are you gonna be handling yours, or are you gonna hire a private nurse to do this for you?
I mean, I just gotta spit in it. I don't
Oh,
think-
yeah, you don't want. I thought that you'd want a nurse to come in and handle this for you properly.
A sexy nurse?
I didn't say sexy. It could be a male nurse. I don't know.
It's just saliva.
Pays a male nurse $400 to hold that thing for him.
No, here it is. It's you have to fill
How come it has to be saliva? How come it can't be another?
semen.
No,
guess-
I was. I mean, can you fill that with?
You're going
semen?
to jerk off into
Can I
it
fill this with semen?
and send
Yeah.
it to Declan?
Yeah, I would assume I could fill that with
one
semen.
shot?
Well, I don't know.
Wow.
One shot. I'm not as young as I used to be, but you don't think that to
It's
there?
pretty long. Okay. All right. I thought you had to fill the whole thing up.
Oh no, just that line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't. I thought maybe urine.
Oh no, spit. Collect saliva. So you
They
gotta,
get it back. Like, what fucking idiot pissed? It's like,
so yeah, it's I spit in this, I send it out, and next thing you know, I find out if Declan and I are related.
What a payoff that'll be.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't seem as excited as I am by this, but
It hangs in the balance. It's like that finding that out or the Christmas pod.
well, I'm not saying one or the other. It's just I don't know. You know, you got to think about the randomness of life, Walt. Declan and I may have never met, but we started this podcast, and he never sleeps and listens to it and brought us together. And if
He didn't bring us together.
what do you mean?
How did he bring us together?
No,
We
the
were doing this-
podcast brought us together.
Oh, okay, bro.
Me-
oh,
me-
oh,
me and Declan
okay.
together.
I thought you meant all us three at the table right now.
No, so it's like, I don't know. If I found
And
that,
okay, and then and what if it's not though?
well, then what are you gonna do?
It's more likely it's not than it is.
Probably not. He is adamant that we are going to be in some way. He says if you're a Quinn from Ireland, then
There's something
then
there.
this is going to go back far enough to where we are.
Is this the first time that will this go into any sort of database?
Yeah, I'm going to find out all sorts of things.
But will this become like on like when there's unsolved murders and stuff? Will your readings show up now on like?
Oh, well, are you like exposing myself?
No. But I'm like, are you going to go into some sort of database with all these DNA?
Yeah.
That's crazy, Q.
Why?
Because mistakes happen all the time. If there's a false,
False positive?
yeah, false positive, and you get called in for questioning.
I don't think they have false positives with DNA, do they? It's pretty specific.
Oh, no, there's never been a mistake.
I don't know.
Oh, I guarantee you there has been.
Some
Yeah.
clod at work
Well, I
at
mean,
the
I'm
DNA
assuming if
place.
there's a fucking crime that I'll be able to have an alibi. I don't anticipate any
But
problems.
maybe it could ruin a career, though. Even being falsely accused of like murdering some.
It's not much of a
Some
career.
transvestite or
It's not much of a career, bro. So I'm not that worried about it.
I don't know.
Well.
I wouldn't want my bio deets in the system.
Mine's already is from the fire department.
You want to
That's
stay off
right,
the
yeah.
grid, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Yeah, I definitely stay off the grid if you can. People.
Skynet comes online on the first to go.
Speaking of the Christmas pot, I was telling Walt Q that I was a little dismayed to see this too late to include on the Christmas pod, but Black Pete, poor Black Pete.
The much maligned Black Pete.
Yeah.
Deservedly so. I would say most people would think.
I think in America, yeah.
Well, I mean, in America, I would think he's far from even being on anybody's radar, though.
I never even heard of him until last year.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's these other countries though that are feeling the heat for partaking in the reveling in Black Pete's existence.
If there was, let me ask you something. Blackface in the United States is so reviled because of the history of how black people were treated and of slavery and everything like that. But if you have a country where that never took place, then is blackface just an acceptable, like, knee slapping, hardy har har?
Reading this article, I'm going to go ahead and say no.
No, okay, all right, there we go.
Well, actually, you know what? It says it is one of the most popular Dutch traditions, but according to the UN, part of it is racist and should be abolished.
The UN.
Now, that's the UN. That's not saying any of the Dutch people are all worked up about it.
The UN hasn't been
Relevant.
irrelevant since the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Free Black Pete. Let him go. Let him do what he's got to do.
He's got
It
work
only
to
comes
do.
out once a year around Christmas time, and people just can't put up with it.
No, look, clearly this little black kid enjoys. there's somebody holding a little black kid. I would say he's like maybe 2.
2 or 3.
2 or 3, showing him.
You
two
know
white
what?
women.
Everybody, and you know, people who are vehemently were like, don't take Black Pete away. Like, you know, like they're
Yeah.
like they really don't want to have to not partake in the revelry of Black Pete. You know, they're just like they just want to be able to do this once a year. Like,
Yeah.
this is our get out of jail card, man. We get to fucking dress him.
Like one day a year, I get to be racist as fuck.
You know, and they can get away with it because it's Black Pete. And there's no other. It's like people are like, I want fucking legalized marijuana, man. We need fucking ropes and clothing.
Right.
Bullshit. You just want to fucking smoke pot.
I think people pretty much say I want to smoke pot.
I
don't think anybody's arguing for the
bullshit.
hemp
I had
angle.
somebody come in
Really?
here one day and was like, you know, there's a lot of great uses for hemp and everything. We make strong rope and we make a lot of clothing.
He's concerned about the rope status.
But it is true though, and hemp is like it has nothing to do with marijuana. It does. It makes good rope and good. The reason that they don't want
It
hemp
makes
is
better
because
rope than what? Real fucking rope?
Yeah, I think it's really strong, and the paper industry, like obviously the paper industry,
What? And it's illegal to make fucking hemp rope?
yeah.
Why?
because of the association with marijuana.
What
even
part
though
of the plant is hemp from?
it's from anything but the buds, I think, like the stalks and shit.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, if I was starting a shipping company right now, and I was like, I need some strong hemp rope, I couldn't find a supplier of hemp rope.
I don't think so. Not in mass quantities, right?
Hold on, let me look this up.
Like, I know they make small things out of it. Like, if you go to one of these, like a fish concert or something, you know, like
I'm
Frank
sure they're
Three's
not
running
smoking
around
pot
with
there.
a fucking little purse on his neck. What'd you say?
I'm sure they're not abusing marijuana at the fish concert either.
No. Come on. Silly.
It's the same thing with Black Pete. They're like, people just want to be able to fucking dress up in their black face for once a year without being looked upon as being a dick. That's what I think. That's
They
why
wanna make their
vehemently,
nooses
fucking
out of
hold on
hemp.
to Black
You
Pete.
can get hemp rope on Amazon.
Can you?
How much? Well, how much for the Flanagan shipping department? Do I need a lot? When I'm able to order as much in mass quantities,
This
will I get high by using
Just using the rope?
no, not at all.
So what's the big deal about hemp rope then? I think you just said it was illegal.
Like I said a while ago. Actually, pretty recently, too, I think they still argue
So they
against hemp.
legalized hemp rope.
That's my platform.
Hemp is
I'll
refined.
give my life.
Hemp is refined into products like hemp seed foods, hemp oil, wax, resin, rope, cloth, pulp, paper, and fuel.
You can do tons of it. You can, like, make a car out of it, drive it around.
Yeah.
I really? I mean, who? I think that Detroit's doing a pretty good job on the cars without fucking introducing the
Oh, you
hemp part.
think?
I mean,
That I would
quality of
disagree
cars?
with.
Quality of them? They've definitely upped the quality, man. Have you sat in
In
Ford?
a Prius lately?
not a,
Oh, no, that's Toyota, right?
yeah, that's
Prius.
Toyota. That ain't fucking. That ain't an American
No.
car.
Why? You have a new Ford?
Yeah,
And you like it?
I love it. American car. I can't beat it, man. I'll take a Ford over a hemp car any day.
See,
Crazy.
what if they made the hemp car and oh, you think all hemp cars are foreign made?
I thought they came from what's that town? What's that? Where everything goes, where they legalized all drugs.
like
Stockholm?
Amsterdam?
Amsterdam.
Let me say San Francisco.
driving
San Francisco, yeah.
driving a heroin car, a fucking crocodile mobile.
It's just a fucking giant syringe with wheels
Fuel it with Jenkum.
that's pulled along by the taxpayers while fucking
Shackled.
while fucking dope addicts just fucking lay on top of it and being dragged around our fucking teats.
Well, it says here. It says here that hemp is still classified along heroin as a Schedule 1 controlled substance.
Wow.
I mean, that's crazy.
That is nuts. It's insane that marijuana isn't even.
The people just won't back off it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not insane because, like I said, it's like if you have the timber industry that's responsible for the paper industry, the big wigs in the paper industry don't want their paper profits being eroded. So,
Right.
you know, they don't want hemp coming in.
Well, get into the hemp business. Look,
Then they got to change everything.
so change everything.
It's cheaper not to. They want to keep all their money.
That's why you don't see a car that can run on
On oil, like cooking oil. It's coming though.
Mosier used to have a car.
not in our lifetime.
No.
Never
A
happened.
car that runs on cooking oil. They have them. Mosier had one.
Yeah, what happened to it?
It
Is it sitting in the
sucked.
fucking garage with his fucking hemp car
Yeah,
on fucking cinder blocks, on hemp cinder blocks.
in his hemp house. No, he had it for a little while. There were constantly problems with it because, like, they convert. It wasn't like it was like I think a BMW that the engine was converted so you
Right.
could use cooking oil. It always smelled like French fries. Constantly was breaking down. And finally, he's like, "Fuck it."
That's what I'm talking
He got a
about.
Prius instead.
He does. He tries, Mosier. He does try to help the planet. He's
Does the planet need help? In your opinion, Q?
well, I don't have kids, and I'm not gonna have kids, so I don't.
This
give a fuck.
planet is shrugging left and right.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that,
It
Walt.
shrugs every. I mean,
Eventually, it will. Shrug it.
What, it just shrugged. Did you see that fucking storm? That
In the Philippines?
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, but if Hurricane Sandy, for instance,
Right.
was a result of global warming and the changes in the
think it was?
environment.
I think it was the perfect fucking shit storm.
They're saying the same about Ming signing those Crypto Man comics. The perfect shit story.
That's what we gotta name the fourth. You got our name both.
The perfect shit story. All right, you've got it.
There it is.
We send Ming out dressed as Black Pete.
See how many times he gets his ass beat.
Yeah. He hardly makes it out the front door. He's already unconscious.
But I'm saying, like,
Good.
does this country, does this planet really need? Is it the equivalent of an ant helping us move something that's like that we think is heavy? I mean, what really significance can we do to help the planet?
What, as an entire race or
As an entire
Mosher?
race.
Was Scott
No,
Mosher
Mosher
by
the ant.
himself?
No, I'm not talking about Scott. I'm just talking about it as us. Like,
I think we do tremendous things if the majority of us moved in that direction.
and you know, buying these carbon
I think so.
insurance
Sure.
policies, like,
Wait,
I buy this.
what?
You know, they're talking about you sell those carbon.
The credits, yeah.
Carbon
the carbon
credits.
credits.
Well, you're
all
talking
this
about things that are
mumbo
above my
jumbo
head.
that like
For major industries. Did you
Yeah.
eBay your carbon credits?
Yeah, but like, no, Walt, listen to what is the alternative? Is putting it in the hands of these people who do not give a fuck about the damage they do and shit like that? Yeah,
Who
I
are we
think
talking about? Who's these people?
these companies, these big business, the coal mining people, who strip mine mountains and shit like that. Like, yeah, you can't just let them go unchecked. You'll have nothing left. You'll have nothing left.
Haven't we been doing this now since the dawn of civilization? Though, and there's still coal to be mined.
Yeah, but it's not about the mining of the coal. It's how they do it. To remove a mountaintop and to just swipe the whole mountain into fucking rivers and lakes and like destroy entire ecosystems just to get to the coal, like they think that's perfectly acceptable. Like, it's that's crazy. That's insane.
How do we get the coal?
That's how they do it.
I know. How do we get the coal like being conscious of the ecosystem? Then
I don't know.
Go back to sending kids down there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Some breaker boys
do
and
we
shit.
even need coal anymore? I don't know.
we don't need coal?
Well, isn't that the way they produce most electricity is through coal, right? I think.
Yeah, but could you do it through solar? Could you do it through wind farms? Why don't they? Is it too expensive too? Is it not profitable for them too?
Yeah, I thought I read that in the North Atlantic just now. They said somebody pulled out of a wind farm. They were going to do it. They were going to put it out in the water.
Right.
And then something happened and they killed the whole project. Some energy company. I think it might have been from Russia or something. I don't know.
You're going to go
Have you ever fucking had a hamburger off a fucking barbecue fueled by charcoal?
Sure.
So good.
Oh, it's delightful.
You're going to sit around and wait for the sun to cook your burger?
With a fucking magnifying
hold on a
glass?
second. I'm stunned right now. You guys are somehow using any person, not just me, enjoying a barbecue, a coal. First of all, not coal, it's charcoal. But yeah, like a charcoal barbecue grill with letting energy companies run unchecked in the world.
Well, they don't run unchecked.
They can't. You need those.
Right, I'm not saying there should be no checks, but
Oh,
do
then
you really think, though, that the planet needs our help?
Yes,
You do.
I do.
This planet is crying,
Because of us.
is
though.
weeping because of our actions.
I think the planet can absorb anything. I'm talking about within the scope of the human race. I think the planet has been through worse. I don't think we could do anything. I'm talking about the human race,
Mhm.
life on the planet. We could fucking nuke this entire planet, kill the entire human race.
Right.
And in a
this
billion
planet will keep
years-
going on. Right.
And the planet doesn't give a shit either way. But we're talking about us as a species and the planet we live on. Yeah, it needs help. It does. I think it needs a lot of help.
Right.
Yeah. I think that people need to be aware of of, like you say, because corporations are concerned with profit. That's just the nature.
And they're run like
of
fucks like Dick
business.
Cheney, who don't give a shit about anything.
Like just recently, I think it was China. I'm pretty sure it
What
was
makes you
somewhere
say
in China.
that Dick Cheney comment? I'd love to hear what you have to base that on. Why does Dick Cheney not care? What did he do that made you mad to say that right now? Because I've never heard you say anything political before.
This is a guy who
What?
was in charge of the U.S. Who was not he was second in charge of the U.S. military in decisions of what we did in war.
Mm-hmm.
He worked for a company that directly profits from us going to war,
Right.
and he illegally gave contracts regarding said war to that company.
Right. Okay. How does that, though, play into the planet giving a fuck about that, though?
No. I said you get fucks like
Oh,
Cheney in
okay.
charge of things.
All right.
Like, there's no way that that a guy can be in that position.
That is a conflict of interest, I think.
Oh my God, it's straight out of Legion. Yeah. So, like, you're gonna put those people. Yeah, you need help. The Earth needs people to defend it.
Ooh, the Earth needs people to defend
Earth,
it.
the
Captain
animals.
Planet,
Fuck, we need Captain Planet.
right?
We do.
Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah,
It's horrible.
it's a terrible show.
So that makes me want to not like
Hurt the planet, makes me wanna hurt the
just
planet.
like defecate right in the street.
You go out and start charcoal fires just for no reason. You're not even cooking burgers.
Horrible TV show. Did
Yeah.
nothing but like
Terrible.
just bang you over the head with like preaching what, make me feel guilty for fucking not recycling. or
I
anything.
think that's what turns people off. Is I think that the Earth is a lot stronger than some people think, but it's also not as strong as some people think. Like I said, I think it was China, the first recorded case of a young person with lung cancer. The girl's like 5 or 6, purely from pollution.
Yeah.
So if you go to Beijing or say Mexico City, where it's not nearly as checked up on as say America, you can run into some pretty serious issues.
But that is a cause of. The cause and effect, though, is we are hurting ourselves, though. That kid was diagnosed with lung cancer based upon the actions of her fellow man.
Right.
Will the planet be altered in any way, shape, or form by that?
Yeah, but I think that's what they're talking about when they say the planet, because with the
We're only hurting ourselves. I think this planet's going to keep on chugging.
Of course.
Keep on moving on, and it's not going to. I don't think it's going to make a lick of difference.
Like we've said before that there were 3 extinction level events on planet Earth. An asteroid hitting the Earth that destroys 90% of life on
That's
planet
what people say. That's going to be it. That's what's going to do it.
But whether it did not, like, it survived.
It's inevitable.
that. Sure, of course. But it's like we're talking about the human race and their lives on the planet. I don't know why we're talking about it on Tell 'em Steve Dave, but here we are, and I don't know. I think they need more people involved looking at. Did you see that fucking bitch? Yeah, I'm gonna say bitch. I'm gonna say cunt. The Lion Girl.
Yep.
That fucking
I knew.
Melissa Bachman.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
What's this? I never heard this.
This is a girl. She's gotten. I'd never heard of her before,
neither.
but she's run for cover. She's off Twitter. Her website is shut down. I think she's I guess she's a professional hunter, Walt. She's a big game hunter and television personality.
She's a personality?
That's what they
show is
say.
she
She
on?
hosts some bullshit fucking show.
Some local show, I'm sure. And she kills big game like this lion right here.
Look at this.
The male lion.
Ugh.
You know, she's sitting there with a big fucking smile on and her gun in her hand and a fucking dead lion. Beautiful.
It's
Fucking
gorgeous.
cat, right? And I think that people, it's allowed in South Africa, which is where she hunted the cat. And did you see Ricky Gervais's comment?
Jesus.
Absolutely brilliant. She tweeted, Walt, an incredible day hunting in South Africa, stalked inside 60 yards on this beautiful male lion. What a hunt. And Ricky Gervais tweeted, can you spot the typo? I don't get, look, if you want to shoot a deer because you're going to eat the deer, I get it.
Sure.
I can't get it.
I don't like
can't know
it.
I don't know how people can do it though.
I wouldn't do it either.
I don't know how you could sit there and pull the
I
trigger.
don't like
on
it, but I eat hamburgers and I eat. You know
right?
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I get it.
You
If you're
get
gonna
it. You
eat
know, I eat meat.
Sure.
I'm sure that cow that I got on my charcoal grill.
Right.
I'm
She was
sure.
on
I'm
his
sure it
solar
didn't. I'm
grill.
sure it didn't just offer itself up for me that night.
Absolutely.
Like be like, hey, I'm gonna provide dinner for you guys tonight. He died violently too.
Right.
But I don't know the mindset of somebody that can go out and shoot something that has a family in the forest.
If I had to do it, I would be a vegetarian.
Yeah,
but it's
if
so
you had
like-
to, but it's so
Absolutely.
easy. Yeah, you
Yep.
don't think about it.
Yeah, you buy a roast beef or cold cuts or any of these things, and that looks nothing like where
Well,
it came
I
from.
watched that thing about the fucking slaughterhouses and the turkeys, and it sent me off meat for over a year. I was like, I can't even fucking stomach this shit. But what the fuck? You want to go kill a lion? Why do you want to kill a lion?
I don't get
Why
it
do you
either.
want to make the fucking point of your vacation? You're gonna book a flight. You're gonna take time off work. You're gonna fly to another fucking continent. You're gonna hunt and kill a lion.
Mhm.
Which are they endangered? They're not doing
They,
great.
they said that it's like the classification is a little bit gray, and it's just above endangered, but close enough.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. And I mean, there were pictures of her with like
Why-
a zebra, a wild boar, and always with the same
How did she
stupid
get on
fucking
your radar?
smile. What's that?
How'd she get on your radar?
It blew up. This story blew up.
Why? What happened?
Because people are mad that she shot a fucking lion and she's sitting there with that stupid fucking grin on her face.
Yeah.
Why is this? Is this a rare occasion? I guess it's not common to go hunt lions.
I mean,
I've
it's
never
pretty.
met anybody
There's a
that
guy.
has.
Actually,
Well, I mean, I would imagine if I had to take a guess, I would imagine it probably happens on a pretty regular basis. I would imagine over.
Yeah,
these
but I'll tell you
countries.
what, if if I saw somebody posting a picture of them hunting a lion, I would say the same thing. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking piece of shit. This just happened to catch wind and go everywhere.
yeah, like I said, I had never heard of her before. It's Melissa.
Yeah, I wonder
Bachman.
what. I wonder what. I mean,
Yeah, I honestly don't get it. I don't know how you could do it. And then what? And then
Right. What are you gonna do with the lion?
Yeah, like what do you do with him? You bring him home. You cut his head off. I don't know. It's disgusting, vile.
It's
And then you have all the hunters that are like, I saw somebody tweeted, now is when Michelle, is that her name? Melissa Bachman needs us to stand shoulder to shoulder. And I was so tempted to tweet like, cool, it'll make it easier to shoot all you assholes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, then
then you put yourself in a category.
well, then the FBI's coming after you too.
Yeah.
Like you don't know if like that's a death threat or
Yeah,
whatever,
but it's
so-
like stand shoulder to shoulder against the wall.
Mhm.
Just let everybody fuck up, but you can't. It's just fucked up, man. I got really depressed when I saw that picture because it's such a cool looking lion.
Yeah, he's cool looking.
And like Walt said, it's just like aren't lions like leaders of prides and shit like that? Isn't there now like
I don't think lions, though, male lions, hang out with the pride though.
no,
I think they kind of go off on their own,
Oh,
and they only
sure.
come back just to
just a fuck.
procreate.
All right,
it says here,
That could be wrong though.
this is according to Dr. Luke Hunter, executive vice president of the large cat conservation group Panthera, very close to a fucking awesome metal band. Killing a prime male lion such as this one disrupts the species, complicates complicated social structure. Prime male lions, the most sought after trophies, guard their females from pride takeovers by strange males. Takeovers are catastrophic to lionesses because victorious incoming males kill any cubs belonging to the previous pride males. I've seen that before.
yeah.
Can you imagine if like, if that happened with humans, like you see a girl, you're like, I wouldn't mind having her. So you fucking kill her husband, then you kill her kids, and then you move in.
You know what? The people who before you go hunting for a lion, if anybody of our listeners maybe we're inspired to go out and I wouldn't mind going out and on a safari and killing a lion. YouTube a story called Christian.
Oh yeah.
You ever see that story?
Oh, I cry every time.
It's
I
an
see it.
amazing story about a lion, and it's the greatest story of an animal-human connection.
Yeah.
Is that the one where like it was years before? Oh yeah.
And
I saw that.
but the trust that the humans had to walk up on a lion, 10 years or 5 years even that
yeah.
had been in the wild, and to walk up to it, and then when it goes to jump on you and you don't know what it's going
And
to
it's
do,
hugging him.
and then it just hugs you and licks you like a big
Dude, I cry.
It's an amazing story, and if you can watch that story
Right.
and still go out and do it,
You're a piece of shit.
you're inhuman.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do it. I don't know how you could do it.
Yeah.
That'd be, I mean, what kind of charge are you getting that offsets what you just saw, that this creature can connect and doesn't? I don't know.
There's a book I could recommend it if you want to cry. It's called When Elephants Weep,
Yeah.
and oh my God, talk about like a book that totally brings home like the almost like humanizes an animal, like anthropomorphizes an animal, and teaches you about like Walt said, the family structure of these different types of animals, and you're just like, oh my God, like it makes you want to be a vegetarian until you're like, holy shit, I'm hungry.
Hey, speaking of humanity or lack of it, can I talk to you guys about?
I thought you did with people saying they don't want Ming's signature.
Can I talk to you guys about something called Cards Against Humanity?
you
We're
sure can.
We're segueing from a lion slaughter to a commercial.
Well, that was, I mean, people are down.
I appreciate it.
They're not,
I'm in. I'm in.
Cards Against Humanity is a party game for horrible people. Do you consider yourself a horrible person, Q?
I do not.
In terms of your humor?
Maybe a little bit callous. My humor can be sometimes darker.
Have you heard of this product, Cards Against Humanity?
I think I've heard of it, but I'm not clear on what it is.
All right. Cards Against Humanity is an independent game. It started as a Kickstarter project and is now the best-selling, best-reviewed, most wished-for toy or game on Amazon.com.
Really?
It's incredibly easy to pick up and play. One person asks a question to the group off of a black card. Everyone answers with their funniest white card.
Okay.
It's a great game to take out to a bar or bring to a house party anytime you want to interact with people in the real world.
Chasing people around. Play a game with me.
You can play with a big group you can play with a big group or just a few friends.
I thought this next bullet point was strange.
This is the
Really
craziest bullet
strange.
point. Gillian Anderson from X-Files said she laughed so hard playing Cards Against Humanity that she peed herself.
Wow. She peed herself.
And I say bullshit.
So where she's like, I wish I never said that.
I say there's not a chance, because if she really did, she's got a medical problem. It wasn't that funny. That the card game was that fucking humorous that
No
you peed
way.
yourself.
Right.
What's the closest you ever come to peeing yourself from something you thought was so funny?
Whew, I don't think I've ever
Never.
been in that situation. You know what? That's not true. That's not true.
Like that Kay Anderson dude. from-
No.
Was that
Ian Kevin Morris.
Yeah.
No. I did.
He wears a diaper whenever he hangs out with him.
No. I actually did piss my pants once laughing.
No.
Yes.
When?
Declan sent me a copy of this year's Christmas pod. I listened to it, and it was so funny. I actually pissed my pants. So there you go.
Nice. Where can you get that?
You can get that on Black Friday at midnight on Bandcamp. Tell 'em-
It's at Thanksgiving midnight.
Thanksgiving midnight.
It's weird because we're doing it at midnight. It technically is Black Friday, but I consider that Thanksgiving night.
That's right. So do I. A commercial within a commercial.
Inception.
Yeah. We're going to level 2 commercial. Yeah.
All right, let me get back to Cards Against Humanity.
All I got to do is go to tellemstevedave.bandcamp.com. I mean, who doesn't know that?
We donate 0% of each sale to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. To me, that's not funny.
They made an unnecessary spot. Well, they're going for a tone.
I know what they're going for, and I think they're gonna get props for that on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Wait, is this specific for Tell 'em Steve Dave, or this is what they send to all podcasts?
This is what they send to all podcasts.
Okay.
So the 4th expansion is now available. Ideally, we love to. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to read that. Okay.
All right.
But okay. So here's an example of what the game is about. Q, you ready? Are you-
Ready.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Finally, a service that delivers blank right to your door. And then I guess, Bri, you would pick up your card, and what does your card say? Finally, a service that delivers
An uppercut.
Right to your door.
An unstoppable wave of fire ants.
Right to your door.
Unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks.
Right to your door.
This next one, I wasn't sure if you're supposed to say an example of this or just say graphic violence, adult language, and some sexual content.
Right to your door.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the most. This is the.
Q, come on, you're getting me wet with all that piss. You and Gillian
This
Anderson.
is the most wished for toy on Amazon on Amazon.com. I guess because the Tell 'em Steve Dave Christmas pod isn't on the Amazon.com.
Yeah, not yet.
Because we'd usurp this, I think.
Yeah, if it were, we'd blow these shit bombs out of the fucking water real quick.
Delivered right to your door.
Okay, one more cue, one more example.
All right, give it to me.
And then if this doesn't sell you and get you on your tablet ordering it, nothing will.
Hey, this is no bullshit. This is #1 bestseller in games. People love it.
A successful job interview begins with a firm handshake and ends with a blank.
Cocksucking.
Farting and walking away, Q.
Oh.
An ether-soaked rag. Now that is very on PC. You got to give it up for that.
You do.
In this world, that is going
too far.
Not too far, but you're starting to walk a tightrope.
Yeah.
Because
well, you're not out there shooting lions. You're
No.
just you're towing the line though.
So what do you think, Q? Cards Against Humanity.
Well, how do I order? What? Just go to
I
Amazon.
guess you go to Amazon.com, right?
Done
and,
right now.
Maybe you wish for it. Maybe some listener will send it to you,
Yeah.
Q.
All right.
If you wish for it.
You know, porn stars do that a lot. They make Amazon wish lists, and then like their fans can go on there and see what they want on the wish list. It's almost like a bridal registry, but you know.
And I guarantee people do it, right? They're buying porn star stuff.
Sure. Of course.
I mean, if people will buy podcaster stuff, you don't think they'll buy fucking porn star stuff?
Why? Did a podcaster get bought something?
Well, you guys get sent shit all the time.
We haven't got sent shit in a while, man.
Didn't you just get sent something last week?
Did I?
Yeah, some radio shows on
that
tapes.
unappreciative? Oh yeah, but that was actually pretty cool. But that you couldn't buy for me. That was just a guy going all out. Wait, hold on a second. Speaking of Amazon, Walt, are we done with this commercial?
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity. Go to Amazon.com.
Okay.
I don't know if there's some. I mean, this is really weird. There's nothing to say that
Walt.
There's no code. It's like TSD code to know that we did it or anything.
Just advertising. Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for season 1 of Impractical Jokers, a box set with hours of extras, 5 commentaries, deleted scenes, and something called Meet the Stars of Impractical Jokers? What would you pay for that?
Is this out yet?
Comes out next week. You can pre-order it on Amazon right now.
Is this my copy?
How much would you pay for it? He asked you.
It's my copy, but if you want it, it could be your copy.
How much is this retail for?
Yeah.
Wow, this is a nice box set, man.
Yeah, it is.
You look a lot different with clean shaven.
Yeah, it's old.
You keeping the beard?
Keeping it for a little while.
Yeah. You like
I'm looking at it. You're going to be surprised how reasonable it is, Walt.
Yeah.
How many episodes in season 1?
I think 13. Commentary on 5.
$14.99.
Hold on one second. Let me see.
So close, Walt. $13.86.
Yeah.
That's the retail price?
That's with the discount. Retail's $19.98.
Oh, okay.
31% off if you order it from Amazon, I suppose.
And are you getting a cut of the DVD sales?
17 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting a cut? Yes, I am.
Okay.
Very little to nothing. I might as well say no. No, I'm not. I'm not getting. But I thought we would run a contest here on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Oh,
There's already 400 one-star reviews. How is this possible?
Here is.
Because people have seen all the episodes already.
Do you see what I'm holding in my hand?
Signed by the guys.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Wait a minute. Can I switch mine? That's sealed for the signed by the guys copy.
Here's a contest I want to run on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
All right.
You could get Silva kind of.
And I could have done this on What Say You, but I am not. We're going to Tell 'em Steve Dave. If you order.
Are you telling me you're not doing any giveaways for this on What Say You?
No.
Really?
This is it, Pep.
Oh.
And they only gave me 2
Exclusive.
copies. One I'm giving away to a Tell 'em Steve Dave listener.
And the other one's yours now.
And one is Walt. Here's what I'm going to do. I figured if you order one of these, if you pre-order it or buy it in the store or what have you, and either email or tweet a picture of you holding it, right?
Right.
What I'm going to do is...
A bonus pod.
No. No need.
Yet another.
And again, this is only Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners. If you send a picture in or tweet a picture or email, maybe we can have Declan do it up or something like that. I don't know. A picture of you doing it. We're going to pick someone and we're going to swap the signed copy for their copy. Or just send them a signed copy. So you got to buy it. And just by buying one and sending in a picture of you holding it, we'll send you the signed one. Does that make sense?
No.
What do you mean?
There's
Where do they send the
just
picture?
to give this? There's no easier way to give this away tonight.
No, you don't think so?
Just be like,
Well, I want them to buy a copy. I don't want to just
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
now
So
you're.
if they buy it and prove that they
or
bought
if they
it,
Photoshop it in their hands.
what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What?
Somebody please Photoshop.
like stacks and stacks, like fucking Scrooge McDuck of gold.
Is this good enough?
I mean, if you could do that, then you might win anyway.
Oh, all right. Well, you see, what you could do is,
Yeah, what do you think?
What you could do is like set up your own email account,
Right.
and someone has to forward you a copy of their receipt
Okay.
for the, and we could do a bonus pod
So,
for anybody who bought it. And you were good enough to give me 2 bonus pods.
yeah, but how do we figure that out? Think about the fucking logistics of that.
Anybody who sends it in, just reply to that email with the bonus pod.
I'm not coming.
Think about it, Q.
You think that'll work?
I think it would work. It's working for Cryptozoic, man.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. That's a good idea. If you buy it, we'll set up an email address announced on next week's show.
Okay.
You send in a picture of the receipt or the receipt, right?
A picture.
Because if they buy it in the store, they're not going to have a digital receipt.
If they buy it in the store,
If they buy it in like Best Buy or something like that.
if they buy it in Best Buy, they should have a receipt they can take a picture of on
That's what I mean.
on one of their fucking
Yes.
many phones that everybody fucking
We're
has
speaking
in
the
this
same
world.
language. So at the email that we set up next week, you
Just
send
get
in a
angry.
picture. You send in a picture.
Yes.
You're gonna get the bonus pod.
If you ordered online somewhere, you still should have a receipt that
Exactly.
you can
Proof of purchase is what
proof
we're
of
looking for.
purchase. That's all
Let's
you
not
need.
fuck around here. You know what we need. One of you is gonna get the signed copy.
Right.
Everybody's gonna get it.
Random.
Very random. Everybody's gonna get a bonus pod.
And-
If they want, will Mike and Ming sign that?
Oh shit, Ming's already signed it. It's too late.
Somehow he got in there.
But yeah, like Q, you're going to see a lot of people go out and buy this now.
I love it. So it's 13 and change on Amazon. I mean, it's fucking
That's pretty reasonable.
17.
Put that on.
Amazon.
I mean, this Christmas,
Right.
order the Impractical Jokers DVD. Gonna
Right.
get yourself a bonus pod.
That's right.
Order the Tell 'em Steve Dave Puppet Theater. Not gonna get a bonus pod for that, but that's
No.
those are 2 nice little bookends
Right.
DVDs.
Tell him stevedave.merchtable.com.
Nice.
So
you get the bonus pod and the possibility of winning the signed one. And if you want it signed by Mike and Ming, you can have it signed by Mike and Ming.
Will it make people piss all over themselves?
I believe it will.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never watched the show myself, but I believe it's very funny.
when do you think the bonus pod should? Let's give
How
everybody
long should we give him?
accumulate all the emails, all the receipts until February 1st.
February 1st.
February 1st. I think you've given up people enough time.
Okay.
They get some
Christmas
gift
cash.
cards.
Sure. You're right. You're dead right.
Let's give these people some time because we've been hammering them, but we also, with the hammering comes
Right.
what's it
Some
called
loving.
when you do that?
Jerking him off?
No,
Stroking?
some petting.
Some
Because we've been giving a lot of bonus pods. We're giving
Right.
bonus pods away willy nilly,
Okay.
but that's okay.
And you want
They
to
deserve that.
You want to watch this?
I can't keep it.
Stingy with it, ain't he?
Well, not the signed one.
There you go, pal. It's yours.
I'm like, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
I better not
I
see
had to
that
work
to
hard
sell.
I had to work hard to get this. I had to
I know,
fucking
really,
offer up a
man.
bonus pod.
Christmas is going to be so
It's only
anticlimactic
fair.
this
I
year.
got a copy of Cryptozoic, man.
All right.
So there we go.
Thank
So
you.
you'll hold
I'll
on?
hold on. I'll hold on to the signed one too. I'll
Okay.
keep it in my possession. I'll make sure that
Excellent.
that it gets out to a random person come February 1st.
Oh, look at that.
I will handle it, Q.
Thank you, Walter. That's very nice of you.
And
So the Impractical Jokers bonus pod.
oh,
That's cool.
that's awesome.
You think Sal will come down?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that he got it. We haven't talked about the songs.
Yeah, you can't talk about it.
Okay. But it was fun. Sal got a shout out in it. That was funny.
All right, we done?
Sure. I had more stuff, but
What do you got?
I had a little.
I don't want to end on a commercial.
I had a little fat news for you.
Fat news.
Mm-hmm.
My absolute favorite fucking Tell Him Steve Dave segment. I don't know why, but I've really taken to it.
Let's listen to a little fat news theme song.
Please, let's.
Boom, baba, boom, baba, boom, baba,
Fat news. Ooh, chicken.
All right, there you go.
Boom, baba, boom.
Yeah. I was actually I got involved with a Twitter back and forth about this particular fat news.
Really?
Yeah, with this some hottie on Twitter.
Fat hottie or a regular?
Oh, bite your tongue. It's gorgeous. This hottie I'm talking about. I was reading Huffington Post.
Okay.
And it says that this girl proves this Robin Lawley. Her photos prove you don't need to be a size 0 to pose in a bra, and they call her plus size.
Okay.
Rising plus size model Robin Lawley. Now, I'll show you a picture of this heifer, this
okay.
wildebeest. All right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's almost disturbing, right?
That's what passes for plus size?
You see that, Walt?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was listing my signed Impractical Jokers on eBay. Give me 1 second. All right. Listed. All right. What do you got?
$9 for it.
Did buy it now for 15.
They're calling this girl plus size.
Are you kidding me?
Really? Wow. That's crazy.
Now,
how? In what fucking world?
I don't know. I almost feel bad about defending the anorexia Halloween costume.
Oh man, that's.
I don't know. I don't understand it. It's strange, isn't it? This girl, you can't even say she's thick. She looks totally normal.
What's her name? What's this model's name? Because I want to look her up and see if
Robin Lawley, Lawley. You're going to see if this is trickery.
Yeah.
Maybe she really is.
Robin.
A big old gal.
Lawley.
Yeah.
Robin Lawley. Here you can look at her and say, all right, I see what they're talking about.
All right. Yeah.
Right?
Her hips look pretty
plus
big.
Plus size,
there.
Walt, maybe a little. But I mean, bare minimum for what plus size is.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Every other photo of her I'm looking at does not.
Nah. She's pretty. I mean, you're not. I wouldn't be like, oh wow, she's stick thin.
She's got curves.
Yeah, she's curvy.
But ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right here, a little curvy, right?
A little curvy.
Who doesn't like curvy?
But that there's nothing wrong with. Like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
This makes me feel bad because for women who have weight issues, like this, even the women who are being labeled plus size are thin and high. It's fucking insane. Like
it is weird, yeah.
Like that's unfortunate. I mean, could she stand to put down a hamburger or two? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But,
you don't gotta get fries with the hamburger. It's not a law, Robin.
Yeah, Robin. I mean, come on. The fucking sudden turn we took for no reason.
Look at this fat bitch.
I just imagine all those girls that complained about us 3 weeks ago for being fucking insensitive.
You see?
Just being like, oh, they finally get it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Oh shit! I mean, she's hot, and it's hard to accept that she's representative of. Look,
I know.
oh my god!
That's nuts. It did make me think though, because I.
It's not a law.
I had seen this earlier. I actually had seen this prior to seeing the plus size thing. Where apparently now, though, you are not allowed to even have standards. You're supposed to be so accepting of everyone that shit that is so fucking clearly weird,
Right.
you can't remark on it. It's too
This
PC.
is what happened to you on Twitter?
This is what I was looking at Huffington Post, and now Q,
Okay.
you are a piece of shit if you are not accepting of Brunette Mafi, the first cross-eyed model.
Wait, what?
You would think it's a fucking joke, right? Did you see this? Now look.
How do you spell the last name?
Hold on a second.
It just takes time, though.
Brunette Mafi, Moffy. Not in our lifetime are we going to be like,
Yes,
cross-eyed
we will.
model isn't
Yes,
fucking
we will.
distracting at
Yes,
all.
we will. Because because it took time for models with the gap between their teeth to become accepted and become cute.
I still don't accept them.
Oh,
You're crazy.
God, what are you doing?
I just 2 minutes ago accepted the fatties.
I
All right.
mean, what the fuck?
I thought you could fix that. Now,
It's so
in this day and age.
I believe you can. I mean, I would think she would if she could. But if you're going
I
to
mean,
tell
she's
me
beautiful.
very pretty, but those eyes are jarring and
They're very jarring.
and they're noticeable. It's not like it's a slight something's kind of off. It's like
Her eyes.
cartoonish.
It's this girl would in a billion years never sleep with me. She's gorgeous, very good looking lady. She is not like
She must always feel like she's getting double teamed, right? Like if you're cross-eyed, don't you see two of everything?
But what is going on? So now I'm not supposed to. What is
You
Huffington Post
better
demanding of me? What are they demanding of me?
You better not, Q.
Oh wait, is she from England? She's wearing an England shirt here.
I believe she is.
Oh, well, let's stop picking on her. Well, I mean, like, what are we saying? We're not like what is Huffington Post? You're not supposed to make fun of her. I agree with that. Like, why?
No, you shouldn't make fun of her, but
Sure.
but it's
mean,
but
not-
just like anybody, it doesn't matter if she's a model or not. Like anybody with crossed eyes,
Yeah,
it's
you
like
go, holy fuck, you see her ass?
yeah, it's got to be tough. It's got to suck. But to act as if like okay, well she's a model and she has crossed eyes, you can't stop looking.
Right.
You can't stop looking because it looks like she's fucking around.
It looks bizarre.
Yeah.
It looks bizarre. You can't fix that. You can fix that. That's what you're saying. Well,
I think
thought
you
you
can
could.
fix it. Like I've
Maybe
seen
not,
really
though.
bad cases of it.
well, I guess her point is like, is she taking the stance of like, why should I fix it? Fuck it. It's how I was born.
I'm a
She's
model.
doing pretty good with her eyes that way, right?
Yeah.
My eyes are straight as an arrow. Look at me.
You know, she's right. I agree with her. I agree with her 100%. I don't agree with the Huffington Post saying you're not allowed to comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you allowed to comment on?
Nothing. I saw a tweet the other day about it was that movie that what's her name was in Selma Hayek, the Frida.
Oh, with that fucked up eyebrow?
There was somebody on Tumblr artist went, and I guess they, there's that famous self-portrait of her. The Tumblr artist went and they fixed up her unibrow and her fucking mustache, which makes her look like, fucking Sam Elliott and shit. And this person was like upset about that, offended that some Tumblr artist, which I thought art, you can do anything you want pretty much, right?
No. Only if it's fucking politically correct.
Went and changed her self-portrait to adhere to Western standards of beauty. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I don't care. East, west, north, south. A girl has a mustache, it's fucked up. Girls, just so you know, any guy who tells you differently is either a fucking maniac
Right.
or doesn't want to hurt your feelings
Right.
or whatever. But any girl who has a very super thick unibrow and or a fucking mustache,
Yeah.
it's a turnoff. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
And why are you railing against that artist? Like, if you're so fucking angry about, oh my God, the standards of fucking beauty, blah, 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 why aren't you railing against Cosmo or fucking, like, why are you wasting your time with one dude on Tumblr? Because you're an ineffective fucking idiot loudmouth who just wants to get your fucking opinion out there to the fucking 4 people that are going to read it, because that's what makes your life feel important, because you're a fucking moron. Go fuck yourself, you fucking loser.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.